E aí pessoal, hoje vamos continuar com a próxima parte do jogo Dreamfall Chapters. Lembrando que no final da última parte, a personagem Zoe saiu do consultório, nós exploramos um pouco a cidade e temos que entregar comida pro namorado. Vamos lá. E nós entramos aqui onde eles trabalham. Vamos dar uma conferida aqui perto antes, ver se a gente acha alguma coisa. Depois a gente vai lá conversar com eles. Aqui não tem nada. Vamos subir aqui, explorar um pouco em volta aqui, pra ver se tem alguma coisa pra interagir antes de conversar com eles ali. Parece que tem 3 pessoas ali pra conversar. Vamos ver por aqui. Não. Também não. Então tem só essas pessoas aqui pra conversar. Aqui também nada. Sei, eu gosto de ficar explorando antes de cumprir o objetivo, né? Então vamos ver esse console primeiro.
The Hand used to come out every few weeks, but they recently took on more full-time journalists and switched to a daily feed. I know it's been a huge source of anxiety for Reza and Sully, but so far they've been successful. They still get to do the longer and more in-depth stories. Reza barely works less than 12, 14 hours a day, but at least he does a bunch of it from home. I get to see him, part of him, the part that is the back of his head. Doing a daily version of the feed has taken its toll on Sully and Reza, and on our relationship. But I get it. I know it's important. I won't stand in the way of that. The Hand publishes at least 6 or 7 in-depth stories a day, with a full-time staff of 5 plus freelancers. I don't know how they do it. The Hand used to come out every few weeks, but oh sure, I'll just start writing a story about, let's see, memory loss, living in denial, daddy issues. I've got plenty of personal experience to draw on. Oh sure, I'll just start writing a story about, let's see, memory loss, living in denial, daddy issues. I've got plenty of personal experience to draw on.
Vamos tentar esses outros aqui, porque aquele ali é o objetivo. Então vamos ver esse aqui primeiro.
Sorry, Zoe, I'm rather busy. Sully needs this Vault-Tec story done before the end of the day, and he's just not listening to reason. I mean, I can't publish my story by some artificial, arbitrary deadline. No one can. I'm not even halfway done with the research. It's easy enough for your Chorbo. He's got Sully wrapped around his little finger. Superstar journalist that he is, he can deliver any garbage whenever he wants and still... Please don't tell Reza what I just said about him. Or Sully. I'm sorry. I'm overworked. I love my job. I need this job. I just need to focus is all. I need to focus real hard. Mighty Manu, I'm gonna crash and burn, aren't I? I can't figure out this Church of Vault-Tec thing. And now they're refusing to talk, threatening legal with lawsuits and even criminal charges for trampling over our religious rights. Sorry, Zoe, I'm rather busy. Sully needs this Vault-Tec story done.
Reza has a great friend and an amazing editor in Sully. And I wouldn't have lasted a month without his shoulder to cry on. Sully's the best. Good guy, Sully. I don't know what we'd do without him. I really wish we could do something for Sully. I know he was pretty depressed after the divorce. He'd never admit it, but he's really lonely. We need to find Sully a good woman. The best woman. Someone worthy of the best guy. Someone with personality and... balls? Yeah, balls. Sully is honest, passionate, smart, and uncompromising. He's a crusader for truth, and he's the newsman Neuropolis needs. I'm a huge fan. Reza has a great friend and an amazing editor in Sully, and I wouldn't have lasted a month without his shoulder to cry on. Sully's the best.
Smells good. You didn't have to bring me lunch, Zoe.
Good, because I didn't. This is for Reza.
And yet you come see me first. This tells me something.
You're enormous. You have your own gravity field. There's no escaping it. Talk to you after I've delivered this to my man?
I'd be offended if you didn't.
The boyfriend, working hard to save the world, one story at a time. We've had our ups and downs, Reza and I. Things are going. They're going. We'll find out where soon enough. It's been a tough transition for the both of us. Relocating to Propass, sharing a home, global conspiracies and comas. Lesser boyfriends would have bailed. It's been more complicated than I'd hoped, getting back together. I guess I didn't know Reza as well as I thought before moving here. Still, we'll figure it out. I have faith. I have that, at least. The boyfriend, working hard to save the world, one story at a time. What's up? Toppling governments and exposing corporate conspiracies?
Well, all in a daze. How was,
Therapy? Therapeutic, I guess.
You guess.
I know he means well, but not in the mood for more psychotherapy. I wish he'd leave the psychotherapy for later, but I know he means well.
Vamos ver essa aqui.
Dr. Roman is really good. I don't know if it's helping. I don't remember anything.
But it's getting easier.
Easier? Sure. And sooner or later, I will remember some things. Everything. So what are you working on now?
A couple of things. The clampdown, mostly. There's tons of buzz about the syndicate shutting down parts of the metro, escalating identity checks, raiding news feeds. We're expecting the worst.
You're loving it.
I wouldn't say that, but it's exciting. We can make a difference.
I pray they try to raid a hand.
Sully's already preparing the lawsuits.
We'll sue them for emotional trauma, unlawful intrusion, damages to property, interference with the free press. We'll sue them for 300 million yuan.
He's looking forward to it.
I am looking forward to it. Bring it on.
On your way to the lab?
Ready to get rid of me already? I bring lunch. Cheese soup, the usual.
I forgive you. You can stay as long as you don't talk to me. I need to finish this story.
The clampdown.
No, that new Bingo Dreamer soft drink. Apparently they fast-tracked EFSA approval, skipped a few steps. Some customers have reported seeing the Bingo Dingo after drinking a can. We'll probably get it pulled from vending machines.
That's my boyfriend, getting fizzy drinks yanked from store shelves.
I'm a modern-day Gilgamesh, saving the world from hallucinogenic sugar water. Thanks for lunch. I appreciate it. I guess I'm making dinner.
You guessed correctly, Ziamal. Oh, I won't be home until later. I'm volunteering.
Any special requests?
Nothing heavy. Have the membranes been repaired?
I queried the building net, but no reply. Prepare for the worst.
I can't believe we don't live in a climate-controlled apartment. As soon as I get a raise, we're moving.
I don't want to leave Propast.
No, I like the neighborhood. But a more modern building would be nice. No more sunny living at Sonnenschein Plaza by Original Consumer Goods. Anyway, lunch. Here, I have to run.
Have fun at the lab. Say hi to Wallflower?
Ada. Ada! Come on! She's the best! She's fun! Once you get to know her.
Fun.
She's so smart and a really nice person.
Right. A nice person.
Yeah, that's right. Nice. And I'm going to invite her over soon. And you will be nice, and it will be nice, and we will have fun. We've had our ups and downs, Reza and I. Rez?
Just a sec. Hey, what's up?
Ah, tem mais coisa, vamos ver aqui.
We had such a lovely time in Trieste. Never mind the shitty hotel, the synthetic beaches, the awful food. It was just good with some time away. It's the first time since I moved here, the first time since we got back together. It was important. To us, to our relationship. What was Reza working on again? A story about hallucinogenic substances in bingo soft drinks. This does not sound terribly important. I didn't check with Reza if he was happy with my choice of lunch. This could have major consequences. Lunch is the most important meal. Reza promised to make dinner tonight. This is usually a cause for celebration, and not just because I'm lazy and prefer to sit on the couch while my man toils away in the kitchen. I know Reza's been spending a lot less time with Sully since I moved here. I hope I haven't gotten in the way of their best friendship. I know Reza's been spending a lot less time with Sully since I moved here. I'm sure I told Reza I'm volunteering tonight, but I'll remind him just in case, because I don't think I did. Did I?
Vamos ver essa aqui
What was
primeiro.
Reza work? How's that story going?
You mean the story I told you about less than 5 minutes ago?
Ah, ele
Just
lembra.
checking in.
It's going well, but it feels a bit inconsequential in the light of everything else that's happening.
Hey, come on. A soda that makes you see cartoon animals? That's big, man. Children could be drinking that.
Of course someone needs to write the piece, but that someone could be anyone. Like Sophia, she's the newbie.
And now you're doing it, and you'll do it well. There's no such thing as a worthless story. You told me that.
I lied. Of course there is, but... yeah... no, not this one. You're right, I shouldn't complain. It's not a sexy story, but it is important.
That's my boy. I didn't Food okay?
The food? Oh, food. Yeah, I haven't started eating yet, but, cheese soup? My favourite. Can't go wrong with cheese soup. I'll get to it in a minute. I just have to finish up this section.
What's for dinner?
Really? This is what you interrupt me for? To ask about dinner? What's for dinner is surprise, is what?
That's not food. That's not even English. I thought you said you were a journalist.
A scribbling, they call it here in Europolis. When in Rome, Zoe.
Rome was never part of Europolis, smart-ass. Rome's the capital of the Imperium. Says so on all the signs pointing to there.
Now who's the smart-ass? FYI, Rome's just a ceremonial seat of the Imperium. Barcelona is the political capital. Learn to read the signs properly.
We had such a lovely time in Trieste. Do you miss Trieste yet?
What? The 5-star hotel? The sandy beaches and the gourmet buffet? You know you're in Italy when you're eating fake pasta made from processed American corn.
I guess not.
I'm just joking, babe. It wasn't about any of those things. It was nice being away with you.
It's not like we can afford anything fancier.
And we don't need it. It was great. Really. I got to see the sun and you in a bikini.
And I got to see you in a black t-shirt and jeans, hiding out in the shade with a book. It was pretty awesome.
Next time, I promise we'll rent an island in the Philippines.
You don't have to promise that. But since you did, I'll hold you to it forever. I'm sure I told Reza I'm volunteering tonight. I told you I'm volunteering tonight.
You did not. And I'm not sure politics is something you should worry your pretty little head about, sweetheart.
Jesus, don't do that voice again. Psycho doesn't suit you.
I guess there's a reason I'm scribbling and not a stand-up comedian.
You'd guess right. Scribbling. I'll never get used to Europolis slang.
Don't be a dully minette. You go on and hang with your sozy Intello clique tonight. I'll be a stay-at-home Minet cooking your boof.
Pretty good. Or should that be lekker, super bon? Also, don't do that again. Really creeps me out.
Tamam.
How's Sully?
Good? Yeah, great. Right? I think he's doing good. I don't know.
Of course you don't. What do you guys talk about?
Work, politics, corporations, the syndicate, the Eye, Kaiser Constantine, football.
Liar. Work stuff. That's all you talk about when you're out drinking.
Well, hasn't been much of that lately. Out drinking.
I know. Because of us. Because of me.
What? No, of course not. And I mean... Sure, we used to go out all the time, but that's because neither of us had a life. And Sully wasn't doing too well after the divorce. He's happy I have better things to do now than go out, get drunk, and have loud arguments about socioeconomics. He has better things to do as well.
Like what? Like work?
Work, okay, yes. But Sully lives for work.
I'm not sure that's healthy. But it's not my business. As long as you don't feel I'm getting in the way.
Hanging out with me was Sully's excuse to not hang out with anyone else. This way, sooner or later, he'll have to find a substitute. Hopefully one he can mate with.
Sure. But still, you guys should hang out on your own soon. No, actually, not soon. Tomorrow. Tomorrow, you're taking Sully out, and I'm finally going to unpack and get organised.
Sure?
Affirmative.
All right. I'll ask Sully.
Bom, terminou.
I should get going. I shouldn't keep Ada waiting at the lab. She's always so patient, but I feel awful when I'm late.
Hey, don't look at me. I'm not keeping you.
I know, all me. Bye.
Bom, então vamos conversar com o Sully aqui.
Good guy, Sully. I don't know what we'd do without him.
Hey, my favorite manic pixie dream girl.
Vamos ver aqui qual das duas.
Sully is the sweetest. I know he likes me, but he tries so hard to keep it light and friendly. I love him. Sully loves to test me. He knows what buttons to push. I'm calling his bluff. Is that all you see? A walking cliche? That hurts, man.
I see a potentially very scary person.
I'm a scary manic pixie dream girl?
What can I say? You transcend cliches.
Yeah, fuck you too. You look awful, by the way. What happened?
A wedding.
Finally. Who's the lucky girl?
You know I only have eyes for you. Dump that deadbeat boyfriend of yours and let's catch the first train to Copenhagen.
Whoa.
I'm trying to slowly poison him with my home cooking. I'll give it a few months. How was the wedding?
Awful. I feel like shit. It was a Polish wedding. A Polish wedding with an unlimited supply of Polish vodka.
Oh, that does sound awful.
I take it you haven't been to a Polish wedding. It was fantastic. It was a disaster. It was all things, good and bad. And once the bride and groom stopped screaming at each other, it was incredibly romantic. I'm man enough to admit that I wept. Openly. How was Trieste?
Really good. I mean, it's Trieste. It's not the Gold Coast. But it was nice to get out of the city. Did you know there's an actual sun up there?
Yeah, urban myth. The sun is a lie. I don't believe it for a second. Besides, my skin would probably turn to ashes if it's exposed to UV rays.
You're a child of Propas, Sully.
Constantinople. But close enough. I don't expect an islander to understand European geography.
Born in India, spent half my life in Africa, but hey, who's keeping track?
Talk like an islander, live behind islander walls, deal with islander shame. That's what I say.
Vamos ver aqui.
Everyone's talking about the clampdowns today. If anyone knows what's going on, it's Sully. He prides himself on staying on top of the news cycle. I'd love to chat more with Sully, but he does like to go on, and I should probably head to work.
Vamos ver essa aqui.
Everyone's talking. What's going on with these eye clampdowns everyone's on about?
Jesus wept those baton heads. It's insidious is what it is. A little bit here, a little bit there, and soon Propast is a bocking gulag.
But why are they doing it?
Who knows? It's the syndicate. They don't need something as banal as reasons. They want people off the streets and hooked up to their dream machines.
You think that has something to do with it?
Yes, no, maybe. Mouse your rules, and those dream machines are a license to print it. It would be naive to think they're completely unconnected. Watikop holds a lot of sway over the syndicate. But we're going to find out for sure. Your boy toy there, once he's looked into the Phantom Bingo Dingo, will be taking point. This story is going to make a lot of people very angry. And that will make Sully very, very happy.
Won't they just shut you down?
Let them try. We have the future on our side. And once I win my Pulitzer, I'll whisk you away to a better life.
Copenhagen, right?
That's just for the marriage license. We'll go to Overbukyu in Dacia and live like savages on the beach.
Sounds good. I'll get back to you once I've taken care of you-know-who.
I heard that.
Which part?
All the parts.
Meh. You'll still eat my food, even if it is poisoned.
Food is food.
I've distracted you two enough. When are you coming by for dinner, Sully?
When is your man cooking dinner next?
Cruel but fair. We'll have you over soon. Maybe we'll even find you a dinner date.
Next to you, no woman measures up, but beggars, choosers. Take care, Zoe. Stop by anytime.
Bom, então acho que é isso.
Registered trademark of the Revolutionary Church Holdings.
Parece que o diálogo que eu fiz agora teve como consequência que a Zoe resolveu voltar para a universidade. É o que apareceu escrito ali em cima. agora o que tem que fazer. Talvez dar uma explorada na cidade ou ir pro próximo objetivo. Tem um barco aqui, será que ele leva pra outro lugar? Vamos ver o que é isso aqui.
That's the hand that feeds logo. It's conveniently pointing the way to the entrance. That's the hand that feeds logo. It's conveniently pointing the way to the entrance.
You know, she gets a lot on me head, but Rebus is straight up. I think I'm voting Manifesto this election.
I've seen him somewhere before.
You look like you could need some directions, miss.
Tem umas áreas aqui meio sinistras, né? Deve ser tipo mercado negro, alguma coisa assim, né?
Yee-haw, I got a hankering for giving you directions.
Então onde é que fica o laboratório?
Our lab is located just above the Propass metro station, on the up. Can you show me how to get to the elevated walkways above Caprova?
Sure thing, miss. Which section are you looking to traverse today?
The cul-de-sac right above the metro station.
Well, shucks, that ain't no problem whatsoever. Nothing there worth checking out unless you just like the view. But here you go, sweetheart. Anytime you need a rootin' tootin' six-barrel shooting crow cowboy to give you directions to anywhere in Propass, you just call on the crow boy.
Ok, vamos ver se dá pra ver por aqui, ó. Tá marcando ali naquele... Não, a gente tá no ponto preto e tem que ir naquele ponto lá, naquela estrela laranja. Tá, então vamos lá. Ver por aqui. A gente vai ter que subir. A gente tá embaixo, nível 1. Vai ter que andar até algumas escadas e subir. Tá. Vamos então subir por ali. Por onde a gente desceu, né? Essa escada aqui. Tem coisa pra lá. Tem pra cá pra cima. Vamos ver aqui.
What can I get you, lady?
Parece que não tem como comprar nada nesses Fully Trunks. Então vamos subir aqui. E virar à esquerda. Esquerda 2 vezes. Vamos escutar uma conversa aqui.
There's no way you can convince me that Kaiser Constantine...
Do you really have to call him that? It's so derogatory. Constantine Wolf doesn't go around calling your candidate names.
No? Have you seen the graffiti?
I don't think Wolf has the time to walk around with a spray can.
His Fascio army does. They're everywhere at sea. Who do you think is behind the checkpoints at the iBots?
The Syndicate.
And who's behind the Syndicate?
The corporations. European Dawn wants to free us from corporate rule. They want the people to run this city. They want democracy and freedom. Unlike Leia Uminska.
Oh, come on! Are you going to argue that the Social Democrats are in the corps's pockets?
Not my words. Just repeating what they say.
They, as in the Kaiserlings.
I told you, Duper, don't use that word.
Duper? Duper? Dupek? Whatever you do, don't vote for the Kaiser.
Don't listen to her, she's just a sozy bobo.
Parece que eles estão falando sobre os candidatos, né? Eles não concordam aqui com quem deve ser eleito. Parece que aquele ali é um deles. Vamos ver aqui.
Gross. I can't imagine the Alliance doing particularly well in the elections. It's really a two-horse race between Uminska and Kaiser Konstantin. Dieter Gross. Dependable, conservative, boring old white dude. The Alliance is not going to win. They spent the last 7 years running Europolis into the ground. Dependable, dull, dead. Not literally, politically. I'm not advocating assassinations. Gross.
Parece que ela
I can't
não gosta
imagine the
também
Alliance
do
doing particularly well in the
candidato, né?
elections. It's really a European Dawn wants to toss out immigrants, close borders, and restore Europe to a white-bread fairyland that only ever existed in their xenophobic wet dreams.
Nossa, ela realmente não gosta deles. Parece um pouco exagerado, né? Bonita a cidade, né? À noite. Cheia de neon. Colorida. Acho que é aquela porta lá. É. Prédios altos. Bom, então é isso. Se você gostou do vídeo, dê aquele like. Não esqueça de se inscrever no canal e marcar o sininho para receber notificações sobre futuros vídeos. Então, um abraço e até mais.